This is not just a story. It is the record of an unfinished ritual, one that turned a once living household into a collection of breathing corpses. A grandfather bedridden for years, alive only by breath, silent during the day, but at night, in the dead hours, he whispered to the darkness as if something was listening. A mother who vanished without a trace. No body, no answers, no certainty whether she was alive or dead. And a book buried deep beneath the earth, containing knowledge that was never meant to be uncovered, a direct invitation to death. Elena believed that book would help her find her missing mother. She had no idea it would instead destroy everyone she loved. This is the story of where her search truly led her. Tonight's story is not folklore, it is not myth, and it is not something meant to be understood lightly. It is a supernatural account that reveals what happens when forbidden knowledge is pursued without guidance, protection, or the ability to turn back. The family. Elena in a remote European countryside village, far from cities, far from help, with her grandfather, grandmother, and father. No one ever spoke about her mother, not at home, not in the village, not even in whispers. Elena grew up not knowing whether her mother had abandoned her or whether she had been taken by something far worse. Some villagers claimed her mother had run away. Others believed she had died mysteriously, but no one ever told Elena the truth. Her grandfather had been paralyzed for as long as Elena could remember. He lay in the corner of the house on a wooden bed, unable to move, unable to speak. Doctors called it paralysis, but Elena knew something wasn't right, because every night when the house fell silent, she heard whispers, low, careful. Whenever she followed the sound, she found only her grandfather, eyes open, staring into darkness, moving his lips as if engaged in conversation. During daylight, he never spoke a word, but at night, he talked as if something invisible sat beside him. The villagers avoided their family. No invitations, no greetings, no children allowed near Elena. Even as a child, she sensed it, but fear of what? Over time, loneliness became her normal. The night, everything changed. One evening, the sky turned violent. Black clouds pressed low. Thunder cracked like gunfire. Elena helped her grandmother prepare dinner, but something was wrong. Her grandmother kept glancing toward the door. Her hands trembled. Footsteps, soft, rhythmic, metallic. Like an anklet chiming with every step. Her grandmother froze. Without a word, she grabbed Elena, dragged her into a back room, and locked the door. At that exact moment, Elena saw something impossible. Her paralyzed grandfather began struggling violently, trying to rise from his bed. Inside the room, Elena heard whispers again, clearer this time. Her grandfather was speaking, not alone. Then, silence. Absolute silence. Moments later, she heard her grandmother sobbing, crying into her hands, as if mourning, still breathing. Death. When the door was finally opened, Elena ran outside. Her grandfather lay dead, eyes wide open, frozen in terror, as if death had stood inches from his face. That was not the end. It was the beginning. That night, strangers arrived with her father. They took the body away without explanation. No funeral, no rituals. Days passed. Finally, Elena demanded answers, and her grandmother broke. Their family had practiced forbidden rituals for generations. Her grandfather, driven by greed, had summoned a female parasitic entity, an ancient being bound through blood contracts. In exchange for wealth and power, he agreed to sacrifice newborn children. 5 infants were given, 5 innocent lives. Her father was the 6th, the only one spared. Elena's mother was told everything after marriage. She sacrificed her first child, but when Elena was born, she refused. On the 11th night, the entity returned to claim the baby. Elena's mother fled. She returned the next day, alive, relieved, but the entity followed. That night, the creature appeared physically, half-clothed, its body unnatural. Elena's mother tried to escape. She was dragged away screaming in front of the entire household. Villagers saw it. No one intervened. Years later, Elena found it buried beneath the floor, wrapped in red cloth, a ritual manual. Inside it were instructions for summoning the same entity. On the 11th night, the entity returned to claim the baby. Elena's mother fled. She returned the next day, alive, relieved, but the entity followed. That night, the creature appeared physically, half-clothed, its body unnatural. Elena's mother tried to escape. She was dragged away screaming in front of the entire household. Villagers saw it. No one intervened. Years later, Elena found it buried beneath the floor, wrapped in red cloth, a ritual manual. Inside it were instructions for summoning the same entity. Driven by grief and rage, Elena attempted the ritual. She couldn't finish it, and that was the fatal mistake. The consequences: her father died in an accident, her grandmother was paralyzed, Elena was exiled. Days later, her grandmother's body was found drowned in a river, despite being unable to walk. Elena vanished. Villagers believe the entity claimed her too, that she now exists beyond time, bound eternally as its servant. Final warning: some knowledge should never be practiced. Books can teach words, but not protection, and some doors, once opened, never close again.